Good morning. Welcome to First Local. I'm Colette Linden. This morning, we are going live with MPP Ross Romano, who is the Minister of Training Colleges and Universities, for an announcement.
Good morning again, everyone. Just a couple more minutes while the minister and his guests get in place. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us this morning for this meeting, this announcement. The minister is joined by some local celebrities. I just wanted you to know that we will be allowing media availability following. So for accredited media outlets, there's going to be some questions for the speakers. One question, one follow-up, please. And if you would either raise your hand or place a note in the chat if you have a question, and then introduce yourself and give us your media outlet when you do speak. We will be recording this, so just so you know, and if everyone can stay muted unless you're asking a question at the end, that would be super helpful. So getting started straight away, I would like to introduce Gianluca Greco, the Vice President of Operations at Tenaris Algoma Tubes, who is going to get us started this morning.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Gianluca Greco, Vice President of Operation here in Tenaris Algoma Tube. I would like to begin with a safety message. In the room here, we are all observing the COVID-19 protocols, including 2-meter distance and maximum room capacity. Safety is very important to Tenaris, and creating a safer environment for our essential business includes COVID-19 protocols. In the room today, we have Ross Romano, Minister of Training, Colleges and Universities, Dave McCarthy, Vice President of Institutional Relations for Tenaris in Canada, and Cody Alexander, President of our United Steelworkers Local. I would like to ask Cody to reflect on the land where we are located. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Gianluca. Indigenous reconciliation is important to both Tenaris and the United Steelworkers. We recognize and acknowledge that we are on the traditional grounds of the Ojibwe people. We are part of the Robinson-Huron Treaty of 1850, and we pay our respect to both the elders, both past and present. We also recognize that this is a historic settlement of the Métis Nation. I'd now like to introduce Honorable Ross Romano, MPP for Sault Ste. Marie and Minister of Training, Colleges and Universities.
Well, thank you very much for that introduction, Cody and Gianluca. It's a pleasure to see you both again, and happy to be here with David McCaddy as well, who's, I think we can see just off to the side of the camera there. And welcome everybody to joining us here today. This is such an exciting day for our community of Sault Ste. Marie. It's such an important and momentous occasion this is here today. I have gotten the privilege and the pleasure over the course of the last several weeks, maybe months perhaps, of making an announcement that I felt was the most powerful one that I had been privileged and honored as your MPP to be able to make. But I'm very happy to say that today we've reached that goal again. This today is the pinnacle, the most significant announcement that I have been honored and privileged to be able to be a part of. I often like to discuss what brings us here, at least individually myself, as someone who made the decision to run to be your member of provincial parliament several years ago. When I made that decision to run to be your MPP, it was guided by one initial principle. I had discussed this with my wife, my family, and my wife, who had been from Southern Ontario, said to me, after 10 years of living in Sault Ste. Marie, and now that we have children of our own being raised here in Sault Ste. Marie, with our 3 little boys here, I see what you've been talking about. I see what people in this community are always talking about in terms of the out-migration of our youth. I see this concern that so many parents have in Sault Ste. Marie and so many people who are entering the working world have in Sault Ste. Marie. And it's this concern of, are my kids going to be able to stay here? As a younger person, am I going to be able to stay in Sault Ste. Marie? I want to. I love this place. It's one of the most beautiful places in the world. But will I be able to secure employment? Good, solid, meaningful employment going forward that is going to allow me to work, play, and raise a family? Will I be able to do that? And so it was with that in mind that when my wife and I made the decision together as a family that I would run to be your MPP, that my goal from day one was, how do we generate more jobs in Sault Ste. Marie? And I went around to the doors and I spoke to you all at your homes. And I spoke over and over and over again. I continually speak about the importance of creating jobs in Sault Ste. Marie. I speak over and over again about the importance of making sure our young people know what opportunities exist in their own backyard. It led me to start a committee a number of years ago called the Home to Stay Committee, the Provincial Student Committee. And it was about driving this message that we have amazing opportunities right here in our own backyard for our young people, for lifelong learners in our community to be able to remain here in the Sault. And I learned from so many of our young people that they want to be here in the Sault. They just need a little bit of encouragement. They just need to know what opportunities exist. Today, an incredible opportunity has been born. And it's an opportunity that we've been working on now for years. I am so excited to be able to be here today to make this momentous, transformational announcement for the community, the city of Sault Ste. Marie, and for our entire region. We are at Tenaris here today, and I'm so excited to be back again at an establishment that I remember seeing a few years ago when I watched some of the work that was being done on the lines here, manufacturing pipe. Tenaris is the only seamless manufacturer of pipe in the entire country. Makes us very unique. We also have a steel plant that happens to be one of the only integrated steel manufacturing plants in the entire country, one of 3 at Algoma Steel. And Tenaris's job as a pipe manufacturer is so critical in the energy sector. It's so critical on a world stage. Wouldn't it be amazing if Sault Ste. Marie was the centerpiece of that entire Canadian operation? There was a time when I first got elected into this role as your member of provincial parliament where I heard people for too long in this community think that we couldn't have the nicest of things, that somehow it was difficult for us to ask for the sun, the moon, and the stars, and to be able to achieve those types of goals. There was references to the type of work that Tenaris as a pipe manufacturer could do in Sault Ste. Marie as a centerpiece, if you will, of their North American operations, Canadian operations. There's this comment about, well, it's a pipe dream, maybe. Maybe these are pipe dreams for a place like our community. Well, I'm very excited to tell you that that pipe dream is, in fact, a reality. And it is a pipe dream that led us to this reality. And the reality that we have is that through the Northern Ontario Heritage Fund Corporation, with the great help of Minister Rickford, our Minister of Energy, Northern Development and Mines, and through numerous conversations with our Premier, Premier Ford, I am very excited that we are here to announce, that I am here to announce today, a total of $9 million that is being invested into Tenaris Algoma tubes. That $9 million will leverage $117 million private sector investment into Sault Ste. Marie. I want to say that again. $117 million private sector investment in our city that was leveraged as a result of a $9 million provincial investment. And it will create 153 new jobs in our community. A $117 million private sector investment that will create 153 local jobs. I personally can't remember the time or a time when we made that type of a historic announcement in our community. And that is why I could say without any hesitation that this is the largest announcement that I have been privileged and honored to be a part of. I want to tell you a little bit about what brought us here. I remember approximately 2.5 years ago, almost 3 years ago, where I was originally approached by Tenaris to speak about what it could be referred to as phase 1 of this project. And under the phase 1 of the project, it was a $36 million investment that was going to create 28 jobs. And it was a $4 million NOHFC successful application that I'm here, part of the announcement of today, to speak to you about. That allowed Tenaris to develop a premium threading line, made them highly competitive in the marketplace for pipe manufacturers. And it allowed a transition into this phase 2, which was an additional $5 million investment from the provincial government with an $81 million investment from Tenaris that will generate 125 jobs. And that is to create what is called an electric resistance tube manufacturing process here in Sault Ste. Marie using electric resistance welding. These are two different types of threading for pipes. I'll let Mr. McCaddy get into more of those details. But what it does, the importance of each of these components is very critical for all of us at home as members of this community. And it's very simple. We've created 153 new jobs in Sault Ste. Marie, and it allows Tenaris to be one of the most competitive pipe manufacturers in the world. Not in Canada, not in North America, but in the world. And if Tenaris, a local company from Sault Ste. Marie, can compete with the world and be the most competitive in the world, what does that do for our community? Well, it means, everybody, that Sault Ste. Marie is back in manufacturing again in a huge way. And this is such a huge, huge message to the world to recognize our community as being at the forefront of manufacturing in steel and in energy products. So I'm going to close with a statement. I was chatting with Mr. McCaddy earlier this morning, and I'm going to give you credit for this line here, David. And we were talking about this competitiveness, this world competitiveness that we now have here in our backyard of Sault Ste. Marie. And he made a comment to me. He said, well, you know, Ross, we have to compete with everyone else in the world. So we have to be better than everyone else in the world if we want to be successful. And through these two new lines that have been created in Sault Ste. Marie, through all of this job creation and these substantial investments into our local Tenaris Algoma Tubes mill and into our community of Sault Ste. Marie, what we are doing is we are providing the most competitive marketplace in the world for Tenaris to operate in. We are providing that as a province and as a community. We are demonstrating that we are in fact open for business. We are open for jobs here in Sault Ste. Marie and in Ontario. And it's a message to the world that Sault Ste. Marie is a great place to come do business. So with that, I'm going to wipe down the... Going back to you, Gianluca? No, directly to David? Okay, so David, I'll put my mask on before I leave here. Just 1 second, sorry. And actually, before I head away from the mic, I know I'm going to be back later, but one of the last announcements I made that was so significant and exciting for our community was that we had developed Bachelor's of Engineering degrees specifically in the area of mechatronics at Sault College. I could tell you that Sault College is ecstatic about this announcement here today, and it'll be a lot of Sault College engineering mechatronics students that an institution like Tenaris will be looking to in the future. So I'm sure that that'll come up in other conversations, but all that we have been working on is all with a certain goal in mind, and it's very exciting to be able to join you here today. I'm a little bit, well, I'll give David a chance to pick up all the papers that have fallen here. But I think this is definitely something that we should all be exceptionally proud of here in the Soo, and something that has been very long in the making for our community. So without further ado, I will hand it to Mr. McCann.
We felt it. A breeze off the lake, a cold gust over the prairies, a warm shimmy from the Rockies, winds of change swirling across our nation. We've seen the evidence. In a time that's challenged our industry, our communities, our Canada, it's taken everything and everyone to weather the storm. But we've been going the extra kilometer for a while now, and there's no day like today to press on toward tomorrow. Tenaris has been building upon Canadian manufacturing for over 20 years. And as we celebrate 2 decades of grit and determination in Sault Ste. Marie, we're making an investment to go even further. To commit to making our manufacturing process the most advanced in the country. To transform our footprint in Canada, creating a world-leading industrial center. To keep connecting the physical with the digital for a better experience from the mill to the well. To manufacture locally new and better products right here in Canada, increasing our domestic production of what our clients need, and to keep investing in Canadians, those who will lead us tomorrow. That tomorrow will bring new challenges, to be sure. But Tenaris in Canada, we're up for the challenge. We've been here a while, and we'll be here even longer. That's what it means to go the extra kilometer.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much, Ross. I want to thank you for joining us today for this exciting announcement today. Minister Romano, thank you for joining us here again. I would first like to recognize the role the province of Ontario has played in promoting Ontario-made initiatives, creating an environment for investment and employment while addressing critical cost issues like electricity and taxes during these challenging times. Minister Romano, thank you for being such a strong advocate here in the Sault. Today, we're embarking on an evolution of our business strategy in Canada at a moment of significant change for the oil and gas sector and the world in general. We began this project 20 years ago with the start of the mill, a mill that had been idled for several years before. Throughout this journey, we have become leaders in the supply of pipes for oil and gas industry in Canada with unparalleled manufacturing and service capabilities. Since then, our team has established and maintained a strong culture focused on the safety of our employees and the quality of our products and services. Over the years, we have continued to build on that foundation by investing in this facility, expanding our range of products, and enhancing the level of service we provide to our Canadian customers. During the 2 decades in Canada, we've transformed the traditional way of selling OCTG products, looking to partner with our customers to bring increased efficiency and cost savings. Today, we've extended network of service centers, field technical assistance, and just-in-time supply to the rig under our Rig Direct Services model, from our mill to the rig, including digitization of the distribution chain and pipe-by-pipe tracking up to the customer's product installation in the well. We're happy for this important announcement at our manufacturing facility today here in Sault Ste. Marie. 20 years ago, we made a commitment to the Canadian energy industry, our customers, and our community here. The next phase of our journey starts today with generous support from the Northern Ontario Heritage Fund Corporation announced by Minister Romano. We will transform our mill in Sault Ste. Marie into an industrial hub, combining our seamless pipe manufacturing technology with the welded pipe manufacturing technology under one roof in Ontario, Ontario-made. With an investment of $117 million, $81 million this year, this will allow us to better serve our customers and expand with an expanded product portfolio that leverages technology for improved safety, quality, and efficiency. This new announcement comes as we're finishing a previous investment project to expand our product size range, add more sour grades, and the construction of our new premium threading line that is set to begin operation at the end of this year. Altogether, these investments demonstrate more than anyone else our commitment to the Canadian energy industry. With these continued investments in our facilities, determined to strengthen our local supply chain, improve efficiency, develop our people, and serve our clients. That is why, despite the impact of COVID-19 on the oil and gas industry and challenges from unfair trade in Canada, we are moving forward with this investment. The result will be a consolidation of our seamless, welded, and premium products at Tenaris Algoma Tubes. It will allow us to replace imports and expand our portfolio of products made in Canada for Canada, all using state-of-the-art technology here in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. We believe in the future of the Canadian energy industry, and with our network of service centers, we are prepared to respond when the market strengthens, delivering the products our customers need, when and where they need it. Thank you to our valued customers who are watching us across Canada today. When you choose Canadian products, you demonstrate the importance of a domestic manufacturing supply chain, ongoing investments, and Canadian employment. This strategy also deepens our roots in the Sault Ste. Marie community. We've invested approximately $1 million every 4 years to create interest in STEM skills necessary in today's economy and critical to careers and businesses like ours. Our growth in Sault Ste. Marie and throughout Canada wouldn't be possible without the support of the province of Ontario and the ministers with whom we have shared our vision. Ministers Romano, Rickford, Fedeli, whose contribution played an important role from the beginning of this transformational vision. Their support has played an important role in our decision to move forward with these investments. In addition to the province of Ontario and the NOHFC, we are also thankful for the support we've received from the Mayor and the City of Sault Ste. Marie Economic Development Fund, and the Sault Ste. Marie Economic Development Corporation. Finally, and perhaps as importantly as anything else, we would like to thank our employees for their dedication, especially those who have been with us from the beginning, 20 years and counting. We look forward to making this vision a reality and to continue serving Canadian energy industry for decades to come. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. McHattie. If we could have, once you get that clean microphone all sanitized, the minister come back up to the podium and open it up to the media for questions. Christian, you had a question?
Yes, I do. Is it possible to ask David a question, actually?
Absolutely.
Sanitize again.
Hi there, David. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Thank you.
David, just wondering, with several other facilities already in Canada, particularly Alberta, why did Tenaris choose Sault Ste. Marie and the Algoma region to sort of make that hub?
So what was important to us in developing this vision is building from our strength. And in Sault Ste. Marie at Tenaris Algoma Tubes, we have Canada's only seamless pipe manufacturing facility. We have a heat treatment line. We have an API threading line. We're making OCTG and line pipe products. And this last year, we invested in putting in a premium threading line. And so with all of these components together, it was natural that we could put under one roof the ERW manufacturing line. And that gives us important synergies for cost savings, but it also enables us to produce a broader range of products for our customers and to do it all here consolidated in Sault Ste. Marie. This also gives us some supply chain efficiencies where we've been using as a source for ERW, Ontario-made hot rolled coil, which is the input steel for ERW manufacturing. So this location was a natural decision for us to use, and we look forward to decades of success.
Thank you. Christian, do you have a follow-up?
Yes, I do. You previously stated you were hoping to have the investment concluded, the investment period concluded by 2021. I guess to say you're well on your way to doing that now. Is there a timeline when you might have your first pipe laid out on the floor?
We are. It's a very ambitious endeavor, and we've timed this so that we can serve our customers in the Canadian oil and gas industry for what they need for the winter drilling season next year. So our plan is to be producing pipes in the fourth quarter of 2021 so that we're able to continue the inventory that we have and to sustain our customers' operations. It's ambitious, but first pipe for us would be likely in the month of November, and we're looking forward to having and hosting a fantastic celebration with that first pipe.
Thanks very much. Mr. McHattie, if you can just stay there. We've got a question in the chat from Brian Kelly, reporter with the Sault Star. His first question is, I'll read it to you. Over how many years will Tenaris put $117 million in Sault Ste. Marie?
So not only is our vision ambitious, our timeline on this investment is also ambitious. So we are just in the process now of completing the first $36 million. Most of that will have been spent by the end of this year, and there will be some that still goes into Q1 of 2021. And we expect by the end of 2021, we will have finished the next $81 million. There may be some continued in the implementation of the rollout of the ramp up, where there will still be some spending that we will do. But I would say it's safe to say that we will have spent $117 million between 2020 and 2021.
Thank you, Mr. McHattie. And a follow-up question from Brian. Over how many years will employees be hired, and what will the volume of product being produced once the improvements are made?
So the world is continuing to need energy. Canada is the fourth largest source of energy in the world. The world needs all types of energy. And we believe there is a healthy demand for the foreseeable future that includes Canadian oil and gas. And so we're building these investments with that in mind. Our customers are very important to us. They are planning to serve the world with Canadian energy. We have a self-sufficiency using that Canadian energy. So we are very positive about making this investment. The capacity of the additional ERW line is in the range of 250,000 tons, but this is giving us the capacity combined with our seamless and ERW that will make us the most important pipe manufacturer for Canada's energy industry.
Thanks very much, Mr. McHattie. Is there any further questions from any other media outlets? If not, I would welcome the minister back to the podium for his closing remarks.
Thank you. Thank you again, Kathy, and thanks, David. Make my job a lot easier when you get to field all the questions. In conclusion, everyone, I just want to not repeat the same thing over and over again, but I'll repeat the same thing, I suppose, a little bit because I think it's worth repeating. This is a momentous occasion for our city. It's transformational. It allows us to take a real leadership role on a world stage. Very thankful. I'm exceptionally thankful for Tenaris for making this kind of an announcement and this type of an investment in our community. I think everybody knows that our community is absolutely a great place to do business. It's a great place to have these types of opportunities. I'm sure Cody, speaking on behalf of all of your representatives and members, very excited about the opportunity as well. I know that in the post-secondary sector, Sault College specifically, very excited about these types of opportunities. And I think that this is a great opportunity for young people in the future to have a great stable position that they know they can secure when you can look at the type of job creation that's been announced here today and the type of investment, private sector investment that I can't recall a time, certainly in my history, when I've seen a private sector investment of this level in our community. So very excited about the opportunity here today. Just very, very, very pleased, very excited. And I think this is a sign of great things to come. I want to conclude, Kathy, if you can just help me out with this. I know that unfortunately Mayor Provenzano couldn't be here today, but But certainly our city has been a great supporter of Tenaris, and I've had numerous conversations in the past with Mayor Provenzano about this very project and what it would take to be able to get us here today. But there's another individual I want to just center out to, I think is on our call this morning, and that's Councillor Matt Scott from Ward 5. I could tell you that other than David, who I think you called quite a few times, David, over the course of the last 18 months talking about this project, I don't know if there's anyone who called me more than Matt Scott. He was in my office almost on, I think, at least a weekly or bi-weekly basis just to find out what the status was here of this application and whether or not we were going to be able to secure this investment for our community. So I'm not sure if Matt's there, and on behalf of he and his Ward 5 friends and the community, the city of Sault Ste. Marie, if Matt, you're there and you want to say a quick word.
Yeah.
Is that possible, Kath? Oh, yeah. There's Matt. There he is.
Yeah. Thank you very much, MPP Romano. So this is absolutely huge. You're right. I was there quite frequently. It might have been for this, might have been for the free espresso. Who knows? But bringing 153 jobs to Sault Ste. Marie, $117 million investment in Ward 5 in particular goes out. It's insurmountable. This is easily the largest announcement that I can recall in recent history. I think it's fantastic. Tenaris has always been an amazing corporate citizen. I know that they run their family fun days. You can always see Tenaris sponsoring local events. It's just a really fantastic organization, and it's great to see their commitment to Sault Ste. Marie. And from a city, we would love to commit to Tenaris as well. So this has been a great announcement, and I'm very excited about it to finally see it come out.
Thank you very much, Matt. And I think we'll conclude there, everyone. I hope you have a great rest of your week. And thank you, everyone, for joining us. Again, thank you to all the people here at Tenaris. Thanks, David, and your team, and Cody and yours, and Gianluca, thank you as well. And to everyone here, thanks a lot. And spread the news, I guess. Thanks a lot. Take care, everyone.